In this video, we are going to explore some of the most important concepts required to build real-world React applications. We will start by learning how React applications communicate with servers using APIs. Then we will understand how authentication works and how users stay logged in securely. After that, we will move into state management techniques used in larger applications. Next, we will discuss styling methods used to design React interfaces. We will also explore performance optimization techniques that help React applications run faster. Then we will look at some advanced architectural patterns used by professional React developers. We will briefly understand how TypeScript improves code quality in React projects. And finally, we will talk about how React applications are prepared for production and how the broader React ecosystem works. By the end of this video, you will have a strong overview of the essential concepts used in modern React development. API integration and authentication. Fetch API in React. Let's start by understanding how React applications fetch data from external servers. Most modern applications rely on APIs to retrieve dynamic data such as user profiles, product lists, or blog posts. JavaScript provides a built-in tool called the Fetch API, which allows us to send HTTP requests to a server. In React, these requests are usually triggered inside the useEffect hook, so the request runs when the component loads. Once the response is received, we convert it into JSON format and store it inside React state. When the state updates, React automatically re-renders the component with the new data. This is how React applications display dynamic data from APIs. Axios in React. Another popular tool for making API requests is Axios. Axios is a third-party library designed to simplify HTTP requests. It provides helpful features such as automatic JSON parsing, improved error handling, and easier request configuration. With Axios, we can easily send requests like GET, POST, PUT, and delete. Many developers prefer Axios because the syntax is cleaner and easier to manage in larger applications. Both Fetch and Axios are widely used and they serve the same purpose, retrieving data from servers. Loading and error states. When working with APIs, requests are not always instant. Sometimes a request may take a few seconds and sometimes it may fail. Because of this, applications need to handle loading and error states properly. While data is being fetched, the UI usually displays a loading message or a spinner. If something goes wrong, the UI displays an error message explaining the problem. Handling these states improves the user experience and makes the application feel reliable. Environment variables. Now let's talk about environment variables. Environment variables allow developers to store configuration values outside the source code. Examples include API URLs, secret keys, or application settings. Instead of writing these values directly inside the code, we store them in spatial environment files. React applications can then access these values during runtime. This improves security and makes it easier to manage different environments such as development, testing, and production. JWT Authentication. Next, let's understand JWT Authentication. JWT stands for JSON Web Token. It is a widely used method for authenticating users in modern applications. When a user logs in, the server verifies the login credentials. If the credentials are valid, the server generates a token and sends it to the client. This token contains encoded information about the user. For future requests, the client sends this token along with the request. The server verifies the token and grants access to protected resources. This allows applications to securely identify users. Token storage. Once we receive an authentication token, we need to store it safely. Common storage options include local storage, session storage, and cookies. However, storing tokens incorrectly can create security vulnerabilities. Because of this, many professional applications prefer storing tokens inside secure HTTP only cookies. Proper token storage is very important for maintaining secure authentication systems. Refresh token flow. Access tokens usually expire after a certain period of time for security reasons. If the token expires, the user would normally need to log in again. To prevent this inconvenience, applications use something called a refresh token. When the access token expires, the refresh token is used to request a new access token from the server. This process happens automatically in the background. The user stays logged in without noticing anything. This improves both security and user experience. Performance optimization. As applications grow, performance becomes very important. React provides several tools to help optimize performance. For example, React.memo prevents unnecessary component re-renders. Hooks like useMemo and useCallback help avoid expensive calculations and repeated function creation. Another technique is code splitting, where large applications are divided into smaller bundles. Using React.lazy and suspense, components can be loaded only when needed. These techniques help improve the speed and efficiency of React applications. Global state management. As applications grow larger, managing state across many components becomes more difficult. In simple cases, we pass data using props. But in larger applications, this approach can become complicated. One technique is called lifting state up, where the state is moved to a common parent component. Another powerful solution is the Context API, which allows components to share data without passing props through every level. For even larger applications, developers use state management libraries such as Redux Toolkit or Zustand. These tools help organize and manage global state Styling in React. Next, let's talk about styling. React applications can be styled using several different approaches. The simplest method is used regular CSS files. Another option is CSS modules, which allow styles to be scooped to individual components. Many modern applications use Tailwind CSS, which provides utility classes for building interfaces quickly. Another popular method is styled components, where styles are written directly inside JavaScript. Choosing the right styling approach depends on the project and the team's performances. Advanced React Architecture. Now, let's explore some advanced architectural patterns. One pattern is called higher order components. These are functions that take a component and return an enhanced component. Another pattern is render props, where components share logic using functions. React also provides portals which allow components to render outside the main DOM hierarchy. And error boundaries help catch errors inside components so the entire application does not crash. TypeScript with React. Many professional React projects use TypeScript. TypeScript is a superset of JavaScript that adds static typing. With TypeScript, developers can define types for props, state, and functions. This helps catch errors during development instead of at runtime. TypeScript also improves code readability and makes large projects easier to maintain. Because of these benefits, TypeScript has become very popular in the React ecosystem. Production and React ecosystem. Finally, let's talk about React in production. React applications are often built using frameworks like Next.js. Next.js adds powerful features such as server-side rendering, static site generation, and built-in routing. These features improve performance and search engine optimization. React applications can be deployed to platforms like Vercel, Netlify, or cloud servers. The React ecosystem also includes thousands of libraries for routing, state management, UI design, and data fetching. Understanding this ecosystem helps developers build powerful and scalable applications.